What if I told you your cat understands specific words you say every single day, but you've never noticed it? Most people think cats only react to obvious things like the sound of food or a can opening, but that's only the surface. In reality, your cat is constantly listening, analyzing, and building patterns from your voice, not just the words themselves, but the tone, the timing, and the emotion behind them. Science has shown that cats don't hear language the way we do, but they are incredibly skilled at recognizing repeated sound patterns linked to meaningful outcomes. And here's the part most people miss. There are hidden trigger words. Your cat reacts to instantly words that can make them turn their head, move closer, or even come running without hesitation. Once you understand these signals, your cat's behavior will suddenly make sense in a way it never did before. Let's start with the first one. 1. Food signals. The first hidden word your cat reacts to isn't actually a word at all. It's a sound pattern tied directly to food. You might think your cat understands words like dinner, eat, or come here. But in reality, your cat is not processing language in the same structured way humans do. Instead, it is identifying patterns, specific combinations of sounds, tone, and timing that consistently lead to something important. And nothing is more important than food. From a scientific perspective, cats rely heavily on associative learning. This means that when a particular sound is repeatedly followed by a reward, like being fed, the brain begins to connect the two. Over time, that sound alone becomes enough to trigger anticipation and action. So when you say a certain word before feeding your cat, you're not just speaking, you're activating a learned signal. This is why your cat may react instantly, even before you finish the sentence. Sometimes it will appear in the room before you even call it fully. That's because it has already recognized the beginning of the sound pattern and predicted what comes next. Even more interesting, cats don't just learn the word, they learn your version of the word. The tone you use, the rhythm of your voice, and even the time of day all become part of the signal. So if you usually say dinner in a specific tone at a specific time, your cat isn't just hearing a word. It's recognizing a complete event sequence. To your cat, that sound doesn't mean food in a linguistic sense. It means food is about to happen right now. You've probably asked yourself this at some point. 2. Your cat's name. Does my cat actually know its name? The answer, according to science, is yes, but not in the way you might expect. A well-known study from 2019 Inches, Japan found that cats can distinguish their own names from other similar-sounding words. Even when those words are spoken by strangers, cats still show small but clear reactions, such as moving their ears, turning their heads, or shifting their attention. This tells us something important. Your cat is not ignoring you because it doesn't understand. It's ignoring you because it chooses to. Unlike dogs, which have been selectively bred to respond to human commands, cats have evolved to be more independent. When a cat hears its name, it processes the sound and recognizes that it's being addressed. But after that, a second step happens. It evaluates whether responding is worth the effort. If there is a reward, curiosity, or emotional interest involved, your cat may come to you. But if nothing compelling follows, it may simply stay where it is even though it clearly heard you. This is why you sometimes see your cat look directly at you when you call its name, and then deliberately walk away. It's not confusion, it's decision-making. Another interesting detail is that your cat becomes especially tuned to your voice. Over time, it learns the exact way you say its name, your tone, your rhythm, your emotional cues. This creates a stronger recognition compared to when strangers call it. So when you say your cat's name, you're not just producing a sound. You're activating a signal that your cat fully understands. Whether it responds or not is entirely up to it. 3. Emotional tone. Your cat may not understand full sentences, grammar, or complex language, but it is extremely sensitive to something far more powerful: your emotional tone. Research in animal behavior has shown that cats can detect subtle variations in human voice, including pitch, rhythm, and intensity. This means your cat doesn't just hear what you say, it feels how you say it. To your cat, tone carries meaning. For example, if you say, "Come here," in a soft, calm voice, your cat may interpret that as safe and inviting. But if you say the exact same words in a tense or irritated tone, your cat may hesitate, back away, or ignore you completely. The words didn't change. The emotional signal did. Cats evolved as highly observant animals. In the wild, survival depends on reading subtle cues from the environment and from other creatures. A slight shift in tone or body language can signal danger or safety. This instinct is still present in your cat today. That's why your cat can sense when you're stressed, tired, or upset, even if you don't say anything directly. Your breathing changes, your movements shift, your voice carries tension, and your cat picks up on all of it. Interestingly, this also explains why some cats become more affectionate when their owners feel down. They're not responding to words, they're responding to emotional energy. To your cat, your voice is not just communication, it's a reflection of your internal state. So when you speak, remember this. Your cat may not understand your sentences, but it understands your feelings with surprising accuracy. 4. Routine words. Some of the most powerful words your cat reacts to are not emotional or exciting, they are predictable. These are the words tied to daily routines. Think about phrases like bedtime, outside, let's go. Individually, these words don't mean much in a human linguistic sense to your cat, but when they are consistently paired with repeated actions, they become powerful signals. Cats are creatures of habit. They rely on routine to create a sense of safety and control in their environment. When something happens the same way, at the same time, every day, your cat begins to anticipate it, and your words become part of that pattern. For example, if you say bedtime every night before turning off the lights, your cat will start associating that sound with a predictable sequence. Lights off, quiet environment, sleep. Over time, the word alone becomes enough to trigger that expectation. You might notice your cat heading toward its sleeping spot before you even stand up. That's not coincidence, that's prediction. Your cat has built a mental timeline of your behavior. It knows when things usually happen, and it uses your words as markers within that timeline. This is why sudden changes in routine can confuse or stress your cat. When expected signals don't match reality, the system it relies on becomes unstable. To you, it's just a small change. To your cat, it's a broken pattern. So when you speak certain routine words, you're not just communicating in the moment. You're activating a learned structure your cat depends on every day. Now I'm curious. Which word does your cat react to instantly? Comment 1 if your cat comes running when you call it. Or tell me the exact word your cat responds to. I read every comment. And if you want to understand your cat on a deeper level, make sure you subscribe. Because the more you learn these signals, the closer your bond becomes. Your unique voice signals. The most powerful hidden words your cat reacts to are not universal. They are completely unique to you. These are not standard dictionary words like food or come. Instead, they are the subtle, repeated sound patterns that exist only in your interactions with your cat. It could be the exact way you say your cat's name, the tone you use when you're about to feed it, or even a small, unconscious sound you make before calling it over. Over time, your cat builds a highly detailed memory of these signals. Scientific studies have shown that cats can recognize their owner's voice even when they cannot see them. This means your voice itself becomes a powerful identifier, something your cat can distinguish from all other humans. But it goes deeper than recognition. Your cat associates your voice with experiences, safety, comfort, en routine, reward. So, when it hears a specific sound pattern that belongs to you, it doesn't just hear noise, it recalls a history of interactions. This is why your cat may ignore other people calling it, but respond immediately when you do the exact same thing. To your cat, those sounds are not just signals, they are part of your identity. In a way, you become a living pattern of predictable behaviors, emotions, and sounds. And those hidden words, they are not really words at all. They are your personal language, one that only your cat truly understands.